The honourable member for Richmond.
Mr. Speaker, the Liberal caucus remains very concerned about cuts to our education system. Yesterday, I asked the Minister of Education about her spending $124,000 of taxpayers' money to buy orange lunch bags for pre-primary children. At a time when this minister has cut funding to school boards, which will impact librarians and teachers' aides, one has to question the wisdom of spending $124,000 on orange lunch bags. Yesterday, the minister said school boards asked for these orange lunch bags. My question to the minister is, will she table in the House today the correspondence to confirm this?
Honourable the Minister of Education.
Thank you very much. We have provided literacy supports to our youngest children in our system. Children that are coming into primary receive a bag full of things that support literacy development and creativity. CDs, books, crayons, scissors are in there, and you know, it would be very nice to have been able to source as much as we could from Nova Scotia. Many things are from Nova Scotia, but unfortunately we weren't able to find a company in Nova Scotia that produced crayons. Thank you.
The honourable member for Richmond on his first supplementary.
Well, you might want to also question whether there's any company in Nova Scotia that produces lunch bag or does printing, because apparently that was done in Ontario, not here in Nova Scotia. Mr. Speaker, the minister has confirmed that the NDP orange lunch bags has been sent to 4 school boards for $124,000 of taxpayers' money. One such board is the Strait Regional School Board, which, ironically, recently voted to close 3 community schools due to budget cuts imposed by this NDP government. Mr. Speaker, while the NDP continues to run politically motivated ads which tell Nova Scotians that schools are the heart of a community, the NDP has remained silent while 3 community schools were closed in the Strait area. So my question is, how can the minister justify spending $124,000 on orange lunch bags while schools are being closed in the Strait area?
The Honourable Minister of Education.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. We have provided literacy support to our youngest children coming into school. This government also has changed the formula to make sure that we are supporting our small and isolated schools. We have increased $22 million going to our small and isolated schools in this province. Thank you.
The honourable member for Richmond on his final supplementary.
Well, Mr. Speaker, obviously your funding isn't working very well in the Strait area, where 3 communities, one in my riding, one in the riding of Antigonish, and one in the riding of Guysborough Sheet Harbour, the last 2 being government ridings, certainly they have not seen the benefit of the minister's new funding formula to save small community schools. Mr. Speaker, as part of the review process by the school board, parents, educators and students wrote to the Minister of Education asking for her intervention in the process. The Minister was asked for a meeting. She has not agreed to any meeting, and responses were only sent to parents after the decision had been made to close these schools. Mr. Speaker, in her statement earlier today, the Minister said, "I have heard from parents and students about the options that the Chignecto Central Board is considering, and I share their deep concerns. These decisions are unacceptable. That is why I sent a letter to the Chignecto Central Board today telling them not to finalize their proposed budget cuts pending an immediate provincial review of their spending options." My question to the Minister of Education on behalf of the parents, the students and the teachers of those 3 schools is, why did the Minister of Education not do the same thing before the Strait Regional School Board closed 3 schools?
The Honourable Minister of Education.
Thank you very much. Under the legislative process, the school review is very clearly mandated, and it is not to be interfered with by the minister. The school review process is a very clearly articulated process where parents and community have the opportunity on 2 separate occasions to offer their input to the process and to the board. Thank you.